Hello everybody, so we're here for the second video of the yoga that I'm going to teach for County Carlow Sports Partnership, and it's an honour to be part of this initiative, to be able to bring some sort of movement and breath awareness to your daily lives that you can tap into whenever you feel free. It's not always possible for people to find time to go to classes, so it's really important that as a community we can send out information on how to live your best life through your physical body, through breath work and awareness and mindful meditation, really, and moving through meditation, which is what yoga really is. Yoga, the word, is to connect the mind, the body and the spirit. The word means yoke, to unite, to connect. And that's what we try to do each day. We're living through very unusual times at the moment, and we all have very limited space to work in. But one thing is for sure, yoga, just one mat is needed in this space. You can do a huge amount. So I always felt that if I was ever confined or in confinement or imprisoned, that I would be able to get down onto the floor and do my yoga practice. So in the previous video, we have done how to do sun salutation A and B and how to warm up the body. So I'm going to move into forward bending now and trying to really lengthen the hamstrings a bit, because you notice in sun salutations that it's hard for to straighten the legs from the hips into the backs of the knees into the heels. The heels are usually quite high. So over time and over repeated movement and breath awareness, our hamstrings open a little, but most people are restricted in that area. So there's a couple of movements, and they're all called specific Sanskrit names. In these short videos, I'm not going to get too caught up in those names so much, because I want these videos to be accessible to everybody. So in our language, it's important that I explain these movements through the physical body rather than through the asana. And then as you get more accustomed to the yoga practice, you'll hear words like Shavasana, Paschimottanasana, Sukha Mukha Madhubhasana, Padasana, Padmasana, Padhangastasana, all of these words. And they end in asana. And the word asana, actually, very old word, means ease and stability. So that's all you need to know about yoga, is that in every movement that I teach you to do, the idea is that you try to find ease and stability within that movement. So you make 100% effort, and then you come back to about 60 or 70, and that's where you find ease and stability, and that's where you find blood flow and pranayama and breath. They all run through the body when there's ease and stability. But when we make too much effort, sometimes there's too much rigidity and we hold a bit and the joints lock a little bit, so it's harder for the blood flow to go through it. So we make 100% effort and then we come back to about 60. So today we're going to start in our breath work, and we take our breathing for up to 10 breaths, where we hold our hands in prayer and then we hold our hands on our physical body, and then we come to standing. Okay, so over time and with these videos, you can include all of them to do one complete practice, or you can do bits and pieces of each of them. But the start of every practice will be breath work, and the end will be Shavasana, where we take rest. So really all you need to remember is that we breathe a little, we move a little, and we rest a little. And that's what yoga is. We make 100% effort and we come back to about 60 or 70, where we find ease and stability. And that's what the word asana means, ease and stability. We're stable in our feet, but we're easy in our body, so there's flow. Okay, so we start with our hands in prayer and our thumbs pointing towards our heart chakra, of which we're made up of many chakras and nadis. But to become aware in yoga that we have our crown chakra just above our head, our third eye, our throat chakra, our heart chakra, our solar plexus, our sacrum, pivotal point in between the hips, and our root chakra, which is connecting us with the universe. And we try to balance those before we move in our practice today, feeling steady and strong. 5 deep breaths here. Long deep inhalation. Long exhalation. Long inhalation. Long exhalation. One more here. Right hand on the belly, left hand on the heart. 5 deep breaths here. As you breathe in and out, soften the face, soften the jaw. Fill the belly with breath. And one more. Set your intention here now with your hands together. How do you want to feel on a physical and on an emotional level at the end of class? And we try to manifest that through our yoga practice. Just set your intention. So we blink open the eyes and we start at the top of our mat. So we can either push ourselves up in cross leg, pushing into the ground, or we can bring our feet over and turn onto the ground this way. We keep a block nearby, very handy thing to get. You can get them really anywhere and they're quite inexpensive. So it's important for some of the movements when we start first to completely understand that we make effort, but we also find support where needed. Okay, so today we're going to come into 2 forward bends, Padangusthasana and Padangusthasana, where we inhale and we exhale down to the ground, lengthening through the back of the body. Just going to take off this little t-shirt so that you can see the engagement of my core and where the engagement is through my legs and all of those things. Okay, so we come into 2 feet together, touching in Samastitihi. And this is what this looks like. This Samastitihi is where the 2 feet are together. We lift the inner arches of the foot and we press down, hands by the sides. Okay, we relax our shoulders, relax our neck, and relax our face. 2 hands are down by the sides. And Samastitihi, the word means balance on the left and right side. So we're like an oak tree, grounded. Beautiful. The top of our body is loose and easy. So we drop our shoulders so everything is nice and flowy and easy. So we take that position to the top of the mat. And we usually come into these positions after our sun salutation A and B that we've taught in the last video. So for to come down, we bend into the knees. We open the feet hip distance apart. And we grab the toes with the 2 fingers, first finger, second finger, and we put them in between the big toe and the second toe. Our knees are bent now, okay? So we really create length here in the arms. We've already opened up the body in sun salutation A and B. Knees are bent, holding onto the toes. Press the thumb into the toenail. Lovely. Inhale, look out in a flat back as best you can. And now we try to straighten the legs and bend the elbows and let the head come down. Feeling a very, very deep lengthening stretch from the sit bones all along the backs of the legs into the knees. We press into the toes as well as the heel here so that we have an equanimous foot. Okay, and we hold here for 5 breaths, bending in the elbows, look up into your belly. And this is my limit here. Lots of other yogis can come straight down where their body is flat to their knees. That's not accessible for me, but this is my limit. And my comfort and my ease and my stability. And 2. And indeed you may be bent here for a while until the hamstrings open a little. And 3. Press into the toes as well as the heels. 4. And 5. Then we release here, bend in the knees and we rise up, pushing into the feet, feeling grounded, and we straighten the body. There's a little discomfort here on the way back up. But we feel the discomfort and we breathe into it. And then we come back into Samastitihi where the feet are together. And we find balance here, grounded and rooted. Then we go into Padangusthasana, open the feet again, bend into the knees. And now we introduce the hands to under the feet, deepening further, lengthening through the backs of the legs even further. So we bring the hand underneath, including the thumb, bend into the knees to get there. One leg might want to straighten more than the other. Inhale, look out in a flat back. You can really feel now the length coming into the shoulders, backs of the shoulders. We're separating the shoulder blades away from each other. And now we press into the toes, try and straighten the legs here as best we can. You might need to move the hands out a little bit. That's my limit for today. Bringing the head down as best you can. Try to find straightness through the legs, lifting through the quads. And wherever you're at, it's perfect.
Just allow the head to be soft and easy. And breathe. Press the thumbs in under the toes and try and press the toes and the heels balanced into your hand. 4 and 5. Then we lift the heel, release the hands, bend the knees and push ourselves back up to standing. Feeling a slight bit of discomfort in the back, we push the pelvis forward, push into the feet, and we come back to Samasthiti, where we find balance. From here we move into our Trikonasana series and our lunging and our Padahastasana, where we find length and reach in a diagonal line through the body. So we inhale and we exhale 3 foot out to the side. Okay, 3 foot out to the side. Then we turn the right foot out and the left one in. And for Trikonasana, we send the opposite hip away and we come down on a side tilted angle. And we reach down towards the floor if we can, and reach into the left side of the body. And we hold here for 5 breaths. Some people bend into the knees here. It's best to rise higher with a straighter leg rather than to lunge at this point. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. And this is where our block comes in handy. We can place our hand here and reach up. 1 and 2. Pressing into the feet now. Straightening in the leg. And 3 and 4 and 5. Bring the block with you. Inhaling, coming back out. Turning and twisting in the feet. And we take over to the left side. Send the right hip away now, coming down on a side angle. Some people will be able to reach the floor, no problem. Then other people will be best here or even here on the inside of the knee. But it's best to have straighter legs than to fold forward. And if the hand and the shoulder is not reaching up to the sky, just turn the wrist and wrap it around your back. There'll be more opening there, opening through the heart. Releasing that right shoulder blade into the middle of your back and breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, grounding through the feet, drawing in the belly, and 5. Inhaling, bring the block with you and come back. Okay, so this one is a little trickier where we have a revolving Trikonasana. Stagger the feet, right foot out and the left one over to the corner of the mat. So there's a little distance between the feet. Turn the pelvis facing this right foot. Take our block now and we turn the pelvis so that it's facing the front. Try square up the hips with the shoulders. Take the left hand and bring it to the outside of the right knee. So we have a twist in the Trikonasana. Bring our hand down toward the block and bring this hand up to the sky. Very quickly your body will tell you whether that's accessible or not. If not, wrap it around the back and hold here for 1, 2, 3. Pressing into the feet. The legs are still straight. 3, 4, and 5. Coming back out nice and slowly. Bring the 2 hands. Switch the block, switch the heels and stagger the feet. Taking that left foot to the corner of the mat. Walking the right foot out. Legs are still straight, turning the pelvis towards the front. Take the block and bring it to the outside of the ankle. Taking the twist, placing the hand on it and reaching into the left shoulder. Reaching, maybe it points up, really feeling that deep opening through the chest. Wrap that hand around your back if you feel it's more comfortable. Pressing into the feet now, really using the feet and lifting the inner arches of the foot. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Bring the block with you, turning and twisting rhythmically and allowing yourself to come back to normal position. Beautiful. Keeping the block here with you on the ground. Widen the feet so they're 4 foot apart. Turn the right foot out and the left one in. Lunge into that right knee now. Lunge into the right knee. Beautiful. Take the block, bring it to the outside of the right ankle. And we find a lunging runner's position here, but we're still tilted on a side angle like we were in Trikonasana, but we have a bent knee here. Bring your hand onto the block and allow shoulder opening here. Walk back that left foot and we find this angle here, a diagonal line from the little toe into the little finger. Try and run that left hand along your ear and then tilt your head so you're looking up towards the hand. And this is where we find drishti, point of focus, where we concentrate on one spot as we breathe in and we breathe out. Observe your body, observe what's happening. And 1. 2, beautiful amount of length and pranayama, energy and chi running now from your little toe into your little finger. Draw in the belly and see what happens. Keep the gaze towards the hands. And 3, and 4, and 5. With an act of will and a sense of momentum, draw in the belly and release, coming back out. Bring the block with you. Really feeling that sense of length and space in the side of the body. We turn and we twist and we lunge to the other side. Take the block, bring it to the outside of the left ankle. Pressing into the back of that long foot, lunging into the right knee. Full placement of the feet on the mat, lifting the inner arch slightly, feeling strong in the feet. Lifting up and over, allowing the shoulder to open, and just run that hand along your ear. Lengthen the body, pushing into the hand on the block, and now keep the gaze up towards the right hand, taking drishti, point of focus, breathing 1. Breathing 2, press into the outside of the back foot. 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Lifting up and over and coming back out. Gorgeous. This time we're going to turn to the right. We're going to lunge into the right knee. Turn off the back foot, finding balance, and come down onto your knee here. Bring that block, bring it over to the outside of the right foot. Going to take the twist again now, okay? So we press into the left hand onto the block, and then we lift that back leg up. We find opening once more. We turn that heel in towards the body here, and we reach out into the right hand. Quite challenging here. Reaching up and breathing 1. Taking the twist, drawing that right hip back towards the alignment of the pelvis. 2, 3, using the feet for the anchor. 4, and 5. Releasing down, taking the block with you, turning and twisting. Nice and slow, lunging into the left side, coming off the back foot, finding a little bit of balance, coming down onto the knee. Take the block to the outside of the left foot. Beautiful. So this is a twisted prayer position as well. But we find the rotation of the pelvis allows for the elimination of waste through our digestive system. So we try to find the power in the feet. Stay focused in one spot, draw in the belly. Take the right hand to the outside of that left ankle. Use the block if you need to, pressing into the block, coming off the right foot, lifting. Find space in your toes. Beautiful. And now we lift up, finding that diagonal line, reaching and looking, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Releasing now, slowly straightening the leg, coming back out. Nice and easy. Now we take forward bends here. Okay, take the block and keep it with you if you want. If not, leave it to the side. Inhale, reaching out to the sides of the body. Turn those toes in so it protects your knees. Exhale with a flattish back, come down, drawing in the belly. Come down with an open heart. And then when you reach your limit, bring your hands down to the ground. Inhale, look out. Exhale, come down. Breathe here, 5 breaths. Wide leg, forward bending. 1. If you need to have a block, take it here, no problem. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, rising onto the tops of your fingers, then bring your hands onto your waist to draw in the belly on the way back up. If you feel comfortable in this position being this wide, great. If not, walk your feet in a bit. Find the comfort and the ease, most important. Hands on the waist, not on the hips. So we rise the energy, draw the elbows back, inhale, look up. And exhale, come on down. Find the block or find the floor, elbows are back all the while. And 5 breaths here. Inhale, rising, drawing in the belly. Beautiful. Check that the knees are okay. Make sure that you're trying to activate between the quad and the hip. So you're really trying to lift through here. Instead of emphasis on the back of the body, try and lift from the knee into the hip crease. Interlock your hands behind your back now. Inhale, look up. And exhale, come on down. Try and lift those hands off the back if possible. Find the floor or find the block. Press into the foot. Lift the inner arch of the foot and try and find balance in your feet. And breathe. 5 breaths here. Lots of things happening in this beautiful, beautiful asana. Make the challenge 100% effort and come back a little bit. And there's where we find ease and stability. 3, 4, and 5. Pushing into the feet, rising up, drawing in the belly. Beautiful. Release the hands now. So this time we want to inhale, wide arms, and then exhale, grab the toes if possible. If you can grab the toes, that's great. Inhale, looking out, bend the elbows and head on down. And breathe for 5 here. If the ankles are your limit, then keep the arms straight and the legs straight and let the head come down. Maybe the knees are the limit and you bring your head down. Wherever you're at is fine. Stay for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring the hands into the middle of the mat. Tops of the fingers, heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe. And when they're wider than the hips, I want to teach you how to come down into a squat. So we can use the block here and place it at the back of the mat. Walk the feet forward slightly and you can sit yourself down on that block for a little bit of ease, okay? So we turn the toes out slightly and we send the elbows into the middle of our knees and we bring our hands towards our heart center, lift through the heart, pressing into the toes and feet and holding here for 5. Long spine, finding natural spine. 3, 4, and 5. When you feel strong enough, then you can come off the block here and try and rest yourself so that you can trust the feet and the knees and the pelvis and the hips. Lift through the heart center and try and find a rising light on the inside of your body to keep you there when you feel the challenge. And 4, and 3. Smiling. Inhale, peace. Exhale, smiling. Very hard when you feel challenged. And 1. Take the right hand, wrap it around the left leg. Find the twist now. That right shoulder presents itself to the inside of that right knee and reach up, holding here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming back now. Sit yourself down if you need to on your block, but if you can flow through it, trust your body. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming back to the center, sit yourself down on the block for the last 5 or try find balance. 1, 2, 3, press into the toes and the heels, an equanimous foot, very important. And 5, gorgeous. So we take out the block, we walk the feet back in, we press into the hands and we take Utkatasana for 5 more, really feeling the heat building here now. Open the arms, sit yourself down. 1, feeling the fire now. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Then we bring our hands to the floor, across our feet and sit yourself down. Opening up now through the hips one more time. Coming to the end of our video now shortly. We find a bit more space in the body. We find Baddha Konasana, bring the feet together, the knees are wide, and we inhale, we look up. And we exhale, we stay down here for 10 breaths, just coming back home to ourselves, cocooning, rounding off, allowing your back to be rounded. Draw your belly in and just allow the hips to be free and easy. Do your best here and begin to soften. Rising up nice and slowly, bring the knees into your body, feel your feet on the ground, and wrap yourself up, hug your body, and let your head come down towards your knees. Take 10 breaths here. And we release. And now we lie ourselves down on the mat in our Shavasana. Lots of work today on lengthening through the hamstrings, through the calves and through the heels. And we've opened in our shoulders, we've drawn intention into our belly, we've opened through our heart center, and we've really challenged ourselves today in some very tricky, twisting, binding postures. But all is good, and we always come back to this place of home where we take Shavasana, where we take a few minutes rest. So we bend the knees, we roll ourselves back down, bring the knees into your body, and just massage your lower back now by moving your knees that are together round and round to the right and to the left. The chin comes down a little bit here. It just supports the back of the neck. If you feel under pressure in your neck or in your shoulders, just put a cushion underneath your head, no problem. Bring one knee into your body and lengthen through the left. And just draw it in. Allow a circular movement in that right hip to the right and to the left. Just finding a small movement here. That's it. No more effort is needed now. Just a sense of softening. Left knee in. Just draw it in and then just allow it to circulate. Very small circles to the left and to the right. Now we take full Shavasana where we can completely let go of the body. So we can keep the knees bent if the back is under pressure, or just release legs wide, chin comes down, and we leave the hands facing upwards. And we soften. This is a good time to get on a hoodie or a jumper, put a blanket on, put a cushion under your knees if you need to, and start to sink a little. And we stay here for the next few minutes. And you lie, and you soften, and you sink. Softening through the feet. Softening through the ankles. Softening with gratitude through the calves and the knees. Softening from the knees all along the thighs and hamstrings that have worked so hard today to find length and space in your body. Softening through the sit bones now, letting go of any rigidity or tension or effort. Softening in the pelvis and the belly. Allowing balance through the sit bones, through the hips, through the sacrum and the solar plexus, and we allow softening through the heart center, softening through the throat,
softening through the third eye and feeling connected to the greater universe. And as we lie here and we come into Shavasana, maybe we call in the mantra just for a few moments. I am safe, I am well, and I have done my best. I am safe, I am well, and I have done my best. I am safe, I am well, and I have done my best. And then we let go of the mantra and we just allow ourselves to sink and feel supported from the universe, and allow ourselves to take a couple of minutes here just to be free and breezy and soft. Soften your jaw now, open it slightly, soften your nose, soften the eyes. The eyelashes are barely touching. Call in peacefulness now and allow yourselves to find rest. Feel free to stay here for as long as you feel comfortable, as long as you're able. But if you need to go now and you want to finish with me today, I want you to just feel your feet, feel your hands and move them a little bit. Bring your knees back up towards your chest and just allow yourselves to roll over onto the right side. Roll over to the right side, push into that top hand. And just allow yourselves to come back up to a seated position where we lock in our practice today. So we finish where we start with interlocked fingers, push out, up and around, surrounding the body with loving kindness. And again, gather what you need, not too much, not too little, in and out. Gathering one more time, in and out. And then store that inside of your dantian, inside of your solar plexus, inside of your belly. And allow yourself to infuse your body with the goodness of your yoga practice today. And we take our hands in prayer and we thank our teachers in our life, our parents, grandparents, sisters and brothers, anyone that's helped us to be our best self. We send them love and light now. Parama Rishipyo Namaha. Parama Rishipyo Namaha. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll see you all again very soon. Our next video will include the Warrior series, building up strength and resilience in our body, the Warrior series. So I look forward to that. Okay, so namaste, and I'll see you all soon.